Now that the shower frame is installed, I want to mock up where the walls go to make sure everything's going to fit properly. So we're just going to walk it in, hang it up, and see what it looks like. This goes on the left side, and the seam goes in the notch. Just hangs on the header on the top. There we go. Okay, Diane.
Okay, here again.
There it goes. Sweet. And that's where we connected it, right on the seam here, using nuts and bolts and silicone to seal it. I think it'll work, so we'll give it a shot. Of course, the shower pan goes in last. So the dimples in the plastic walls mark where you are to drill to install the nuts and bolts. The problem is that the bump side of the dimples is on both parts when you assemble it. This is a problem because when you drill, your bit may be walking on the plastic and not going to where it's supposed to go. So instead of drilling through the mounds of the dimple, like the video shows for installation, I'm going to drill through one of the walls on the recess side. Maybe not the full diameter of the bit that's required, kind of like a pilot hole. And that way I won't be walking the bit on top of the mound, trying to get it through 2 sheets of plastic. Once I get the holes drilled in one of the walls, I will clamp them together and drill it through both, and then proceed as the instructions specify. This is the hardware included with the shower kit. I'll need 6 bolts, 6 nuts, and 6 washers to attach the 2 walls together. Also in this collection of parts are the tracks for the 2 sides of the glass door. And of course, the shower pan, upside down, waiting to be installed. Diane's going to extract the necessary parts for assembling the walls.
And I have just the tray to put them in. Stick to the... Yeah, but why is there just 2 of those there?
Don't know.
Huh. That must be extra then.
Try to keep them in there though, I guess. Stick to the plastic, okay. Well, at least that way you're not going to lose parts.
So then I'll, just go like that.
The instructions call for a 7/32 inch bit to drill out the holes. I'm going to start out with a 5/32 inch to the right and drill a pilot hole. All right, punched out 6. I clamped the 2 walls together using 3 small C-clamps. That way I can drill through the pilot holes on the other side of those bumps easier. It's important to keep the 2 walls perfectly level and the seam so neither one of them is sticking out too far. Using your fingers, you can kind of just test how far apart the seams are. But before I drill the holes and seal this with silicone, I want to make sure that once it's dry, we can walk it through the door. So we're going to do a test walk.
Let me go in first so I can...
Okay.
Okay.
It's not heavy, it's just a little awkward. Held together with C-clamps. I added a couple more C-clamps because the plastic is kind of flimsy and has some wows in it. So I want it to be held down really tight while I drill it. Oh boy.
Did it go in easy?
Pretty easy. It really helped to have that pilot hole.
Yay.
There's the first hole all the way through. Here's a pilot hole, another pilot hole. I'm not surprised that the hole didn't line up with the dimple on the other side. That's just the dynamic of this. It took a while.
Whoa.
All done.
Yay. Do I need my little broom to sweep up?
Yeah.
Where did it go?
I'm just gonna shave off the worst of the burrs here, if you will, the plastic. Don't want to make the hole too big, but I don't want it to interfere with the holding together.
But does it make it flat though when you do that?
No, I'm just getting the part that's poking out. I'm not taking off the bubble. That should be compressed by the nut and bolt.
Okay.
First bolt. There's a washer on each side. All right. See if my fingers are cooperating today. And they're not. Maybe I should, here we go. Let's turn the bolt side. There we go. We gotta leave it 1/4 of an inch loose, but clamps are still on for now. My assistant's gonna take over, especially for the lower ones.
Whoops.
You know, we're in our 70s.
Haha.
Dexterity.
Oh boy, these are teeny tiny. I'm not left-handed.
Here, what I
Let me do
did
that one.
is I found that turning the bolt was easier than
Okay.
spinning the nut.
Good, you've got it figured out.
It's on video. Yeah, so you just push the bolt back out a ways, then you can use your hand to twist it.
Okay.
Just like that.
Just like that. There you go. There, that cracked.
This is the challenging one.
Oh, I gotta sit down to get to that one. They are so slippery. Nope, it's not doing it. There we go. It's grabbing. Here you go.
Oh, my turn?
Yep, your turn. Here's your towel. Please. They gave us one extra.
All right. This is the silicone I'm going to use. First, I'll set up my tools to tighten up the nuts and bolts. And when I'm all ready, I'll remove the C-clamps, put a bead of silicone in between the two walls with them slightly parted at about 1/4 of an inch, then tighten down the nuts and bolts. Okay, Diane, if you could steady this while I remove the C-clamps. It's gonna be a little wobbly.
Okay.
One thing not mentioned in the instructions or the video is that there will be some debris between the two walls. So I'm using a butter knife of all things to get it out before I lay a bead of silicone. It took some effort to get the debris out between the two halves of the walls, but I think we did pretty good. I wouldn't want to have a blob of debris interfere with the seal and squeezing it together. So I think we're good to go. I really don't know how much to put in here, but I want to make sure it's enough to prevent any water from going through. They say just put it on one side of the walls, which is really not easy to do. Hey Diane, go ahead and get that flashlight idea and shine where I've been.
But you're pushing on it. I'm afraid it's going to tip over.
Oh, okay, you holding on to it?
I was.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know where to put the light.
That's good. I just wanted to see there's some spots maybe I missed. See a bubble or something. They said a single bead, but you know what? Okay. Reposition. I put a pretty small hole in there because I didn't want it just to make a mess. There we go. When it's all said and done, I might want to run another bead in there. That looks a little anemic there. Boy, it's kind of squeezing it out, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I see it. Should I get you some more wet paper towels?
Now let's just wait till we bolt it together. And the instructions said do not tuck over tight. So, well, I must admit I'm not encouraged by my ability to lay a single bead of silicone in between. There's going to be a lot that's oozing out on the other side. But at least there will be plenty to seal these two together. I wonder how accurate the seams are now in alignment.
Hard to tell because it's oozing out. I don't want to touch it.
Yeah. Mission Control, we have a mess. Time to wipe it off. We had to do a certain amount of cleanup here because it did squeeze out the silicone. And it's not perfect, but most of the excess has been wiped away. And I think it'll be just fine. This round plastic device is called a plaster guard or roughen plate, and it's there to protect the water valve of the shower during construction and drywalling. I'm going to remove this center cap on the plaster guard by cutting the 4 points where it's attached. I might have to use a little bit of force. I've never done this before, so I'm going to be careful. I was warned it could be stubborn. There's 1, 2, 3. Oh, still a little attached here. A little from a screwdriver. Yeah. There we go. One more connection point. There we go. Got it. It was a challenge attaching these two walls together using these bolts and some silicone. But now I have to take it apart because it's become separated. The walls are too flimsy and unstable. And even with those nuts and bolts, just a little bit of movement and the silicone caulk let go. I have an idea how to fix this permanently. But first I have to take them apart, clean off the caulk. I'll leave the middle attached just in case it starts to separate and fall apart. Last bolt to remove. Diane's here to make sure it's not gonna just come falling apart to the floor. All right. Okay, well, good thing you're here.
Yeah, wow.
Okay, so that did not work good. Clearly there was plenty of caulk put in there, but it just does not stick to this material. I did good with the caulk did bad. Let's see how difficult it'll be to remove this caulk. Doesn't quite peel up just with your hands. Oh, or maybe it does. Oh my. What if there's a way to prep this plastic so it can receive it better? It's a hassle, but not that difficult. Okay, you get the idea. I'll do the rest off camera. What a pain. Hey, wait. What just happened? Look at that. Oh my goodness. I'm almost at the end. No big deal.